You have to tell yourself, I will be set aside for righteousness. No matter the situation, I will serve God with all of my life. You have to keep telling yourself that. You have to keep telling yourself that. Mary was just a small girl, engaged. I don't know why God chose to pick somebody who was already engaged. Maybe that was the criteria. But she had other things. She had virginity. Another criteria that heaven needs. Heaven needed someone who was in a relationship and who was a virgin to carry that destiny. She was doing her thing. She didn't know she was developing capacity. Capacity for an opportunity that she cannot recover from. An opportunity that is going to affect generations to come. An opportunity that is going to bring you and I to this place. She was developing capacity. Developing it and running her life and just doing her thing. She didn't know that heaven was watching. Everything you do, heaven is watching. And there are ideas in the heart of God, like I said earlier on, and looking for who to dump it into. And whatever capacity you are developing now will determine if God will find you and would drop destiny into your hand. Mary was just that girl. And then that small girl. Imagine one tiny girl like myself. I used to be like this one. And God just said, I have proved you. I have tested you. You have everything that heaven requires for this thing to be delivered into your hand. And that is what I'm going to do with this slim, young, vibrant lady. And God says, receive the capacity to deliver millions of people from the hand of the devil. And it just drops. So when God deposits something inside of you, you may not really know at that time. Sometimes you may know, you may feel it that something has dropped in your spirit. But the people out there may not know anything. But like pregnancy advances, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it gets to a time by 5 months, 6 months, you will not be able to hide it anymore. You cannot hide it. It comes naturally by itself. And then people start, God starts showcasing you in front of people. People start calling you for one thing or the other. They start seeing the glory of God in your life. That is how it works. But you have to be ready to carry it. You have to be ready to carry that destiny. You have to be ready to carry it. I remember when I was asking God, why am I here? What is my purpose? I remember I laid on the bed that day and I was crying because I listened to a message that I am more than this. You are more than this. You are more than you looking for somebody's validation before you can move on. Yes, your self-esteem may have been battered. You may have been abused. But you have to come out of that thing. You have to come out. Enough of pity party. Maybe the person that abused you has asked for forgiveness and the person has moved on. But because you have not really gotten power inside of you to move on, you have to tell yourself, I am more than this. I am more than these emotions. I am more than this weakness I feel. For some of us, it is a weakness. If a guy is just, maybe you are in a relationship and the guy just asks you, babe, I'm not just feeling okay, and you just go visiting, and then before you know it, you guys have said, oh God, you just slept with yourself. Oh God. So I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to. Father, help me. You are not weak. The devil makes you, there's something that tells you that you can't do it. You are weak. You are just weak. But you know what? There are steps you need to take. You may be weak, but God is strong. And when He carries you in His hands, you are stronger than any temptation. You're stronger than any temptation. So if you know that going visiting him alone is what causes the trouble, stop visiting. Stop being with him alone in a secluded place. If that is what causes it, then you have to deal with it. You have to deal with, many times we are vulnerable when nobody's there. And fornication does not happen in the open. It's only in the Western world I see people sleeping with them. Maybe on camp. Some things happen when people are serving. Because I hear a lot of things. People sleeping with themselves on the parade ground. In Mami Market, doing all sorts. A lady called me, she went to serve, she just got there and she said, Auntie Lara, I don't understand what is going on here. I feel like I'm the only one. If you have to be an eagle for God, you must be ready to fly alone. You must be ready to fly all alone by yourself. An eagle does not go with the crowd. It will go up, and fly by itself. So if you are ready to be an eagle for God, you will be alone sometimes.